So a couple weeks ago I found my old Xbox 360 and decided to get all of the achievements in some of the games that I used to play, such as Minecraft, Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 5, the list goes on. This video will be part 1 of my backlogged Xbox 360 games. And for part 1 we'll start off with one of my favorite video games.
Resident Evil 4.
I was only missing 2 out of the 12 achievements, Heart of Steel, and What Are They Worth. I didn't get the idea of making a video out of me finishing my 360 games until I got to the castle, so this is where we'll start the video. As I said, I started recording when I got to the castle. So start off by selling and upgrading shit, and then BAM! I didn't have much trouble running through the catapults. I used a flashbang to get through the sword puzzle. Ashley, being the kind person she is, decided to assist me in opening this door. Give her a round of applause. My first encounter with Wolverine was easy. Water Hell was a little annoying, but I eventually got through it. This is where we'll start the progression for the achievement, What Are They Worth? Doing the shooting range with how janky the controls were on the Xbox 360 was kind of hard. I didn't learn that you could shoot the body of the targets and just go without missing bullets to get Savazar's head to show up until I got to the last 2 figures of Section D. Ashley gets captured again. I learned that Novies could come through this door. It honestly scared the living shit out of me. Despite being terrified, I did take the time to break open these barrels. When I left the Novies, I had a dream, and 2 grenades. I ran up to the ledge that sits a little below the chandelier, and looked down. As I expected, everyone had gathered around in a circle. I threw the hand grenade, and then quickly switched to the flash grenade and threw that one. I jumped onto the chandelier and jumped down to where everyone was. All of them had died, besides the one red dude. So I took out my shotgun and began blasting away. I then ran around looting the bodies of everyone that I had just killed in this brutal massacre. During the turret gun room, I hit this nice trick shot on the red dude. Besides these guys blowing up their friends and me getting a little greedy, this part wasn't even that interesting. I run through the maze while staring up at the sky to prevent the dogs from attacking me. I died a couple times in the cage with Wolverine. Also, why did this guy try grabbing me? I made a hip new beat. I also took the RPG. During Ashley's part in the night room, I thought my game was bugged because I couldn't hear the knights at all. But I guess Ashley's just fast as fuck, because after waiting a bit, I did hear them. When I finished Ashley's part, I backtracked to get the broken butterfly. The level room was easy. I only had 3 sniper bullets and fucking missed 1, so I had to use my TMP to shoot down the fire dragon statues. I also didn't really kill anybody in this room. I mostly just shot them in the eye or leg, stunning them, and then I would run past them. The night room wasn't anything hard. I think I only got hit about once. I only had 2 flash grenades, so I had to kind of play a little risky. I would shoot the helmets off of one of them and then the other, but while dodging the ones that I had shot the helmets off of. The ceiling spike trap room was easy. I just shot all 4 of the lights before entering the room. I killed all the Novies in the Novies nest room, and then I used the RPG to collect the gems. I then bought an RPG to use against the 2 Wolverines. Many of you may not know this, but when you enter the rotating clock tower, without moving, you can aim up and shoot all 3 of the wooden boxes that stop the cogwheels from moving. For the bridge that you need to run across, I killed the 3 shield guys and then ran past everyone. I then used the RPG that I just mentioned to kill the Wolverine on the left. I pulled out my sniper to fully kill Iron Wolverine, but completely missed. He then got stuck on the wall, so with my shotgun in hand, I pointed at his back, and he died. I then bought another RPG for Verdugo. I then bought the Striker shotgun, which is probably the best part of this game. I then used that RPG that I just bought to kill Verdugo. I missed the shooting range on 4-1, so on 4-2 I had to do section B and C. It took me around, I think, 2.5 hours, which I admit pissed me off. I then buy another RPG for the boulder and used Ditman to skip both El Gigantes. The Novies took me an entire hour. When I got down to this part, I mainly used Ditman to quickly climb up the ladder, and then I took the key from this angry chainsaw man. I don't know how, but somehow I didn't get hit in this horde of enemies that was stacked up in front of the ladder. When I got to the second ceiling spike trap room of the game, I got grabbed immediately, so I threw down an incendiary grenade, but somehow it didn't kill any of the spiders. So I quickly shot the red lights, disabling the spikes, and then I killed the spiders. For the minecart part, I sat in the back cart with my striker shotgun and just blasted away. If you guys didn't know, when you finish the minecart part, you can collect all the gold ganados left on the track by walking up to this skull and press whichever key or button your pickup button is. For Salvazar's statue part, I killed everyone, and before setting off the statue, I shot the lock off the door with my sniper. When I got to the elevator part, I had damn near no ammo, but somehow killed all the guys that jumped onto the elevator. Salvazar's boss fight took me a couple attempts, but I bought an RPG, shot his eye until he exposed himself, and then I shot a rocket at him. I had to put my thinking cap on for the beginning of the island, but I basically stayed up here killing everyone with my striker shotgun. I don't know if this is a glitch on the current version of the game, but on the 360 while using Ditman, if you get too close to a wall and try quick turning, Leon would hit an Uno reverse card and quick turn back on you. Unfortunately, I wasted one of my precious grenades on these enemies. I could have just ran past them. When the guy in the human-sized oven comes running at you, I thought he had turned into a normal enemy because he didn't flop to the floor immediately. Instead of going straight into the doors where Ashley's screams were being echoed off of, I went down the stairs and murdered everyone just for this little gem for my cat statue. Section D of the shooting range only took me a little below half an hour. I don't think I struggled as much as I did on the other ones because I'd already gotten used to the janky controls. Finishing up Section D gets me the What Are They Worth achievement plus 50,000 petas. At first I thought this was my uncle coming back for round 3. But it turned out to be my grandpa. He had heard about the commotion and how I'm undefeated against my uncle. When the battle started, my grandpa hit a back bend on me, so I broke his ankles and showed him who's boss. And I guess the retirement home had heard that he was in a pickle, because his little friends had to come along too. Unfortunately for me, one of them had brought his dentures and fucking bit into me. I then proceeded to break his ankles like I did my grandpa. As I went into the freezer to grab my frozen deep dish pizza, I noticed something weird. Something was a little off. As I grabbed my deep dish pizza, the door to my freezer had locked, and one of my grandpa's friends revealed himself. It was Jerry. My mom had told me to stay away from Jerry because he was on like some list or something, I don't know. As I did my special wombo combo whip ass leg sweep, in a couple of seconds of putting my strength into getting rid of Jerry for good, the motherfucker grew his legs and got up as if somebody wasn't stabbing him to death. So as I always do, I did my wombo combo whip ass move on him again. This time, Jerry had died for good. I then dropped a couple of guys down into the bottomless abyss. They then got mad at me, ran up to my front door like Girl Scouts. I then peacefully said I didn't want any Girl Scout cookies. I mugged the knockoff version of Pinhead, and then I rescued Ashley. I killed all the regenerators in this area just for the gold. For the wrecking ball part, I left Ashley by the front door so she wouldn't get hit. And if she were to get grabbed, it would take them a couple minutes and give me time to help her. For this part, I would get the regenerators to come after me and then stay as far away as possible. And then I would shoot their front plaga, and then shoot their leg to get their back plaga. Besides this asshole's plaga killing me, this part was fine. I think that parasite really did mess up Krauser because he says,
Well, if it isn't the bitch in the red dress.
and I may not have the best sight in the world, but Ada isn't wearing a red dress. She's wearing like some fucking Mission Impossible gear. Sadler then calls me up and then he tells me about his thoughts on Pennywise.
Since you're here, why don't I introduce you to it?
Leon becomes the Matrix. Oh, look at this. Sadler's chair. It'd be a shame if somebody were to, rub their ass on it, wouldn't it? Wait a second, that's not Pennywise. Well, at least that's not how I remember him looking. He did eat up all my heals though, because the fucker wouldn't stop fucking grabbing me. Sadler's version of Pennywise took a whole ass RPG and then one striker shot to kill. Like always, Krauser's part was easy. I didn't take my time and just ran through the military part. Rip to mans. For this part, I just ran through killing everyone. This one arrow guy kept trying to shoot me but couldn't because he kept hitting the metal railings. I bought an RPG for Sadler. I then stunned him and then I shot the RPG at him. I then pulled out my striker and shot his eye a couple times. That's when Ada threw down the RPG and then I killed Sadler. I didn't do any tricks on the jet ski because I'd forgotten what buttons were needed to be pressed. When Ashley and I made it out of the island blew up, and we rode away into the sunset. while we were riding away into the sunset. Ashley had a very important question to ask me.
How about we do some overtime?
Obviously, I had to reject her because I had a different girl in mind, and also,
She's like a part of me I can't let go. Let's leave it at that.
as you guys can see, I got 69 accuracy, killed a million enemies, died 0 times, and beat the game in under 2 minutes. Obviously, I'm joking, these are my actual stats and they look terrible. And as you can see, that gives me the Heart of Steel achievement. If you guys want to see me finish a specific game that I've backlogged, let me know down in the comments, and I'll most likely make a video on it. My next video on this series, I guess you can call it, should be me finishing up Minecraft. If you guys want to see that video, I'll leave a link down in the description when I finish it. If you're watching this video after a month of it being uploaded, my Minecraft video is probably already uploaded.